This podcast.
Welcome to this.podcast. I'm your friendly host, Jay, joined by my brother. He's in the house and my friends. Mike.
What
up?
Cole.
Man, what we talking
And then
about?
Uncle Damo.
Damo.
The intro music you're listening to is Everybody by Lano. What up, though? Shout out to Lano.
What
Been
up,
on the
though?
show. So, without further ado, we got to shout out Lawrence and Larimer. So, shout out to Lawrence and Larimer. You could go get their lifestyle at lawrenceandlarimer.com, or you can go to the brick and mortar at 3225 East Colfax Avenue. You can catch this dot on all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, you name it. We'll meet you there. And we got video on YouTube. Let's give a shout out to Paul. He's in the house, cameraman behind the scenes, helping us out with everything, making sure everything's in focus. Because I've been lacking lately, but I'm trying to get back on my shift. So we need to bring the experts in. So. Ain't he looking good, man?
Give Paul's company a shout out, man.
PA Productions in the house. Go check them out. Is that paproductions.com? paproductions303.com. Go check them out. Videos that you need and results that you want.
But he shoots pouring too.
Hey, that boy had me
Yeah.
looking like Spice Adams in my family pictures and shit, man.
Real. Spice Adams.
Pouring, Paul.
You look like Spice Adams a
Yeah,
little bit.
that's,
Y'all
hey,
look
that-
like y'all
that's my
related.
kindred spirit.
He had you in the banana suit, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Hey, no, he did a dope ass job, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What'd he do it for?
What?
What was the video shoot for?
Oh,
I
the
missed
family
it.
pictures, and then he did Kalena's graduation pictures or senior.
Oh,
pictures.
so you do pics and video, photography and video, mostly video. Got it. Did
Hey,
you
that
make
bo-
Damo look good?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's hard to do that. Hey, that man had a drone flying over, taking pictures and shit.
Really? That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So
You
you
ain't
got
touch up
all
his
of his
blemishes?
body, because I know
Yeah.
you didn't get the first. You
Hey.
got all the body.
Hey.
He was like, hold up, I'm gonna need a drone
I'm
for
gonna need a
this.
drone. Hey, that man got my receding hairline and everything, and then he doctored it up and pulled my hairline down and shit.
No, that's what's up, man. Yo,
Hey, man, Paul pulling a drone at you. That's crazy.
just for Damo, that is nuts.
Oh, I
that
gotta
really-
get a drone.
Hey,
to
can we
get
call
this
you
boy
the
in
fridge?
focus.
No,
No, because you like a fridge with knees.
no, I'm like
a little bit.
No, I'm like a deep freezer.
I mean, your personality is like a deep freezer. Like, you make sure everybody's fed. You
Hey.
pack the food.
Pack it.
Yeah. You wear shirts. They look like you got magnets on as the brand.
Hell yeah, magnet. Yeah.
That look like a
stick it to
magnet,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Lawrence and Larimer for supporting the big and tall folks, man.
Beat all odds. Also, you can still get our merch online. So this.merch. Make sure you click on our link tree. You can find all the information to order some merch. Hey, y'all, how's your week been? Huh? Mike, why don't you start us off? How was the week for you?
It was a good week, man.
was good?
Nothing too exciting. Pretty peanut butter, but I had a good week. I'm not
We
gonna
excited to have you back, man.
lie.
It's
I'm
been a
excited
while.
to be here.
Who is we?
It's always one. It's always one.
Oh, okay.
It's always one.
He always got to tease you, man. he
Yeah,
always
yeah, that's
giving you
what
a
he
hard
does.
time.
That's what lightweight does.
Hey, but
But peanut butter?
A little peanut butter.
okay.
No,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the day that Uncle Damo stops talking shit to you
It's the day
It's the
he don't
day
care.
You should be worried.
is the day that you should worry.
Got it. That's kind of like your coaching philosophy. That means you don't care anymore. Once I don't speak to you, it's like we're done.
We're done.
Got it. How was your week, brother?
Week was good, man. And you know, it's crazy. It's been hard for at work. You gotta like have momentum.
Yeah.
Man, since the beginning of the year, I've been kind of struggling, man. But I got like this week was productive.
Now you're gonna have time of this recording is Martin Luther King weekend, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have another day off. So hard to get in the groove.
Yeah, and then I work 2 days and then I leave. Yeah, so it's
Got
crazy.
it. You want to tell the people where you going, or you like, nah?
Costa Rica.
Nice.
Da 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 da. Is that what that noise they make in Costa Rica? Or no,
Damo.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
No,
I'ma
You're the
find out.
diversity and inclusion. You should know.
I should.
You should know the
Nobody makes that
cultures.
noise but you.
I'm gonna go find out.
That's why you was speaking Spanish, huh? Like,
I said no. I didn't say that. I said da 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 da.
no,
da.
no. I mean earlier on the phone when I called you, you was like, "Cómo está?
Yeah. I'm
Me
learning.
llamo Damo."
You going?
Me llamo.
You going horseback riding on the beach or something?
Hey man, if that horse got some strong knees,
Go. How's your day?
Got
Been?
a
How's
horse got to
the
put
week?
on knee sleeves.
That's funny.
the copper fits.
Yeah.
Horse got to put on a knee sleeve.
Them copper fit hooves.
Tape that ankles up. Take them.
They got to get the Clydesdales
hooves
route for
off.
him, man. Yeah.
Take them hooves up.
When they see Damo roll up, they're going to be yanking on that rein like, I am not taking this dude on a ride.
Hey,
He gonna lay down.
I think that's Wheezy pulling up.
Is it?
Yeah, with the loud ass music.
Wheezy in the house.
So can I tell y'all a story real quick?
Wait. Let's get to Cole.
All right, yeah.
Cole, how was your week, man?
Oh man, it's pretty uneventful, man.
Not much going?
Man, my son is hyped about being in this talent show. You know?
What's he doing?
What?
But tell the story behind the talent show.
Oh man, he just came to me and said, "Hey Dad, I'm gonna be in a talent show."
Hey Paul.
He just signed up, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, talent show. I'm like, talent show. What you gonna do? He said, I don't know. I'm gonna do a hip hop dance. I'm like, so you don't got a routine or nothing? He said, no.
He just doing hip hop?
I'm just gonna dance to Chris Brown. And I said, why don't you
Word.
talk to your auntie? You know what I mean? And maybe she can kind of help you come up with a routine because, you know, my sister-in-law, but Noelle, she took dance pretty much all of her young life. And I was
Okay.
like, maybe she can help you put something together. He was like, man, Dad, she does nothing but gospel. And I'm gonna
Has
be
he picked
dancing
a
to
song
Chris
yet?
Brown.
Deuces, please, deuces.
Nah, he's doing the one with Drake. What's the one with Drake?
No guidance.
No guidance. He's dancing.
Oh,
No
all
Guidance.
right, yeah, that's what's
And
up.
he showed me his routine. He's literally just jumping around. That's all he's doing. So you know, I'm kind of nervous for him, man.
His
But he's a
father's
kid
son.
that he's a kid that likes to be on stage.
He
Like,
likes to perform. He's
he likes to-
charismatic.
He's charismatic. He's a kid that doesn't care about what anybody has to say about him. He just kind of keeps things moving, and I kind of like that. But you know, it's kind of hard as a parent because you're like, yo, I don't want my kid to go up there and embarrass himself. But I don't really think he gives a shit.
That's what's up, man.
So I'm just trying not to rain on
I
him.
like
he
that don't
sweats.
care attitude.
He's
I like
6.
that.
Yeah, but hey, man, but there's a lot of parents that put a lot of fear in their 6-year-olds, man.
No, that's,
That's
true.
true. yeah.
You know what I mean? And as a, you know,
Well, I don't have kids, so I mean, I'm
yeah.
I'm on
Yeah,
the
let
outside.
him live, man.
That you know
Do
of.
his thing.
No, I don't have any children.
You got some out there that's lurking.
Hey, motherfucker's name is Javier.
You never raw nothing before, man? You ever raw before?
Hey, stop.
Let me stop.
That's all. This man
We
is-
always got to come
This
get
man
me.
is 39 going on 40. He
What
asked
we
you if
talking
you ever
about?
raw.
What are we doing for your 40th birthday?
I don't know. What you want to do?
Man, he don't want to do nothing.
Y'all like to live vicariously through me, so what do you want to do?
No,
it's-
you
it's
do the
about
same
you.
shit we do.
Man, wherever we go, we bringing our wives
Man,
with
nigga,
us.
Mike do the
So
same
I don't even know if you want to hang out with us. What's up, Weezy?
Mike do the-
Hey,
Weezy.
Weezy came in
What
here
up,
with all
Weezy?
pastel colors.
That's just shit. He always got on pastel.
That's
Hey,
his thing. You
looking
make it look
fly.
good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horizontal is
same-
back. Them stripes is back.
Mike
I
lives
like that,
vicariously
bro.
through Mary,
They look
man.
good. And he got the baby blue Nikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The denim on the shoe. He's
Looking clean. Yeah, man. So you were saying,
What about your week?
right on, man. You be looking out for me, man.
See?
That's what I'm talking about. Don't nobody else
It's
ask.
called inclusion.
That's your job. Speaking of that, man, what if they had somebody that was white, head of diversity and inclusion? Is that anywhere?
Happens all the time.
Does it?
Nothing wrong with it. Hey,
Talk to him. I like it. Anyway,
different
inclusion.
perspective.
My
What white
week's
dude
been
took
going
your
good.
job? What white dude took your job over the rest of his head?
That means he's better than me.
You come here.
He's better than me.
You come here.
I'm fighting for you, Damo. I'm fighting for you, man.
Oh, nigga, Tucker got your position.
Tucker. Hey,
Tucker Carlson.
hey, there's
but-
some boys
or
out there
Karen.
that have
Oh, but Tucker
different-
Wojciechowski had
Tucker and Karen out
way
there.
different lived experiences than me. So
But Tucker,
Talk
kudos to them.
but Tucker Wojciechowski over diversity.
Wojciechowski, is that what you said? Tucker Wojciechowski.
That's an
Hey,
ill
but
name.
what if he grew up in the middle of Brooklyn, dude?
There you go. If his name was Malcolm, that's funny.
Malcolm Wojciechowski.
Well, Malcolm Wojciechowski, that's funny.
Malcolm
That's
Wojciechowski.
White dude comes in the door like, whoa.
Hey, he's like, "What's cracking?"
yeah. I'm like, well, let's have a seat. Let's do this. That's funny.
Hey,
That's
but
funny.
Damo know you'll feel away if Malcolm Wojciechowski took your job.
Hey, you can't
Diversity,
feel away. It's
equity,
business, brother.
It's business, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Nah, he'd be good. He'd just bounce back and get the next one.
Hey.
That's how it
My
feel a
week,
little-
though, it went good, man. It was,
CrossFit.
it was CrossFit. You know what's funny? Funny story before you get to yours. So I picked my son up from school this week, and he's so Mark, my youngest son, he's the comedian of the group, right? So he comes right out of school. I'm picking him up, and it's like this driveway where I can't really stop and park. Doesn't even matter. He's yelling to me as he's coming into the door, like, "Dad, LJ has ligma." I'm like, "What?" I'm kind of ignoring him because I'm like, "Hurry up and get in because we're trying to get off." He said, "No, Dad, LJ's got ligma." I'm like, "Ligma?" He's like, "Yeah, ligma my balls." So I had the same reaction. So then we started playing the dozens, right? So he's like, have these balls jokes, and we going at it. And he was calling.
I didn't expect that, by the way.
Yeah, he was saying stuff like, I got hairy balls, and I'm throwing like, "Yo, did you call him back yesterday?" And he was, "Who? These nuts," So I'm hitting him with that. Then he hit me with one, and I kind of got upset. So I was like, "You know what?
It's
I was
all
like,
fun and games."
It's all fun and games." So I had to kill it. I was like, "You know what? You came out of my balls while you talking."
No, what did he say to you that made you mad is what I want to know.
He said something like, "With your old ass balls," or something like, "Your old ass hairy balls." And I was like, I got my feelings. I was like, all right, I gotta kill this right now. I was like, you know what? You came out of them old ass hairy balls like you talking.
Hey, all this
But that
CrossFit
shit
eating
was
clean
funny.
I'm doing, you got the audacity to say all that.
But I thought that was funny, man. Yeah, that's how my week's been going, is dealing with the kids and their personalities, bro. What's your story though? You was gonna
Man,
say
it might
something.
fall flat now, but I'm gonna still tell it.
Go ahead.
So back in 2000, we went Cancun.
Okay.
2000. So imagine Cancun and how it cracked. Remember, like MTV used to be there,
Oh, absolutely.
and like it was like 8 of us in school that went.
Spectacle.
Spectacle,
Spring break.
tomfoolery, spring break in Cancun.
Absolutely.
And there's like 8 of us, and one of the dudes that went had recently went to the league. His name was Scott Shields. He was a baller. White dude, like 6'5", like 230, and was a strong safety and a kicker. It was crazy. Really cool peoples we went with. And we're walking down the street one day, and there's like this bungee jump. The bungee jump goes into the ocean. Like, you jump off and it dips your head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got
like
it.
they
got
latch it to your feet, dips your head, boing, and it brings you back up. And
I
so
hope not head first.
Yeah, head first.
For real?
Yeah.
Wait,
So
how high?
it's probably like easily 6 or 7 stories. Easily.
That sounds okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead and go.
So he's like, "Look, I got $50 or $100. I forgot what it was for anybody that does this." And I'm like, me, I had a couple, some
Your head
tequilas.
is not gonna lightly dip in no ocean.
Hey, hold on. and so
Go
I'm like,
get
I'll do
dunked.
it. And then so I get up there, I get to the thing,
Light dip.
and a light tip. And the dudes who were working the thing start speaking in Spanish. They're going back and forth. And Jose walks around the corner and he brings back another bungee cord. And he says, you need two. And I'm like,
"Dose."
Yeah, he's like, "Dose." He said, you big, you grande, you need dose. Yeah, mas. Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I want to be safe.
Right.
So, people are jumping off, it's like, boing, go in the ocean and, you're good.
Yeah.
And, they bring you back up. Fair enough. The graceful plunge in the ocean. So I go up and he's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm like, no, I ain't doing it. I look down. The thing, you cannot look down.
Oh, I bet.
And I look down and my body froze up. So
You should just push your.
no, yeah.
He said no. He should just push.
He should push me. Yeah. And so we did the countdown
You would have been screaming.
like 5 times. And finally he was like, Hombre, you gotta go. You must go. And I'm like, all right. So he's like, 5, 4, boom. And I just jumped.
You did it.
Yo, yeah, I did it. And so I did it with the 2 bungee cords. And you know how you're supposed to like dip a little bit? My big ass is like, boy, I didn't even get close to the water. Hey, it was like, and
That's funny.
I got the money.
You know what I thought you was about to say is that it was going to dip you like a chicken nugget. And that shit would just stay there for like 5 seconds. And then you would have came out.
Or go like deep. And give a brother a concussion because he hit the water so hard. Bow! And I'm like, oh. And they got like to get a crane to pull my ass up.
He's like one of them dips where you down there use the whole sauce.
Yeah.
You got the whole.
Hey, you know when you go to Chick-fil-A?
That's what it was like. The ocean would look like there was no room left for his body and just that nugget that just came in and
that
out.
boy created tsunami on Cancun Beach. Yeah,
That's cool, man.
That's a good story, but it was
It was,
all
man.
fun.
That's funny. Are you going to do that in Costa Rica? You should relive it. You should.
I don't know that I feel that ambitious.
You go ziplining?
I can't.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Wait, you can't?
No,
Why?
your
Just
boy's
'cause you're too big?
Yeah,
Too big.
because
No,
I think. Hey,
that-
did you go ziplining when you went? Because you have to be under a certain weight, right? What'd you say?
They do have a weight limit?
Yeah, they have weight limits.
They can't put 2 zip lines together like they did the budget.
Hey. There's some things, man. When you're a big boy, there's certain things you can't do.
You can't hang glide. You can't zip line.
You can't
jump out of airplane.
Yeah.
Parachute.
Anything aerodynamic, that boy can't do. I tell you, boy.
Cool, man. Well, everybody's week went well. There's been a lot of buzz this week. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. So, Chat GPT, artificial intelligence, is upon us and is real. Like, it's moving expeditiously. Wayne.
Like T.I. said.
Wheezy. It's moving, bro. So,
Wayne don't give a fuck about that shit.
So with Chat GPT, generative pre-trained transformer, they were on version 3. Now they're on version 4. So what does that mean? You could just think that version 4 is going to be 100 times bigger and better than version 3. And how fast this shit is just catching fire is that, so if you think about it, Facebook was able to hit 1 million users 2 years. IG, 2 years. Angry Birds, Pinterest took about 5 months. Angry Birds, 34 days. Chat GPT, 6 days to hit 1 million users. And it's valued at $29 billion at this point.
And Microsoft put in $10 billion.
That is crazy, right? Yeah.
Hey, the shit is crazy. So I knew about it, but I didn't use it. Darcy calls me one day and he's like, I need you to look at this shit. And so I'm like, okay, so we're talking through it or whatnot. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go sign up. I'm gonna use it. Hey, granted, nothing's perfect. It's on version 3, version 4, whatever. Hey, this thing be spitting out some stuff.
It's scary.
And so the thing I was talking to Darcy about this, what I equated to when we were growing up, like our parents would reference like an encyclopedia or a dictionary.
Yes.
So they have all these books downstairs. And you're like, go look on page 1043. Like that's where it is.
No, absolutely.
And then it evolved into the internet where, so like you had to like store, I'm gonna go back. You had to like store the information in your head of what's in an encyclopedia or a dictionary. which evolved into the internet, where you didn't need to necessarily store the information in your head, but you needed to store where to go to get the information, right? And then now this is evolving into, I don't need to store the information anywhere. I just need to know what questions to ask and be a critical thinker on how to ask the questions to get the things that I need. And then it literally spits it out. And I tested it and I was like, I called Darcy back. I was like,
What'd you ask? What'd you ask?
No, it's a whole bunch of, like, I just asked general questions about like my business, right? Yeah. And like,
What kind of business?
like, so the
Personal
consultant
business?
No, the consultant business.
Okay,
So
what you asked?
I'm not gonna like. That's not. We don't need to go there. It was, and it stores all your stuff too, all the questions you ask.
absolutely.
So it was like topics surrounding executive coaching.
Okay.
And then I asked it that, and then, tell me more about this, and it learns like the questions that you're asking and gives you targeted answers on like what you're asking, and it learns like almost the way that you think.
It's scary.
It really is.
It really is.
And I'll show y'all like what I asked. Like it's really, really interesting, man. Yeah.
We're gonna get there. So, what are your thoughts on that, as far as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and all these things happening? Like, what are you worried about? What comes to mind?
Man, it's dangerous, man. We were talking about this in our staff meeting, and
Staff at work?
no,
Oh, you're just talking about us.
Pod.
Got it.
The pod
Got it.
staff.
Got it.
in terms of
Get my Courtney on.
What'd he say?
Concentrate, Cole. Concentrate, Cole. I know you want to say something.
and it's just about I done lost my train. Well, yeah, nah, I mean, it's kind of a scary deal, man, because then, how close are we actually getting to computers being actual intellectual equals to us, like in real time, that can be intuitive thinkers?
Dude, this dude trained his Chat GPT to be a woman.
No. So that's what I'm
Somebody
saying.
did that already?
Yes.
Got it.
That's what I'm saying. So I know but last night we was talking before Damo got on. We were just saying how like your kids, like when they're first starting to learn language, and they're just literally just like on the video you sent, like, but they're literally just throwing things out there, to test it out, to see what type of responses they get, right? Then that's how they ultimately learn how to manipulate language, use language, and just that's how they learn how to communicate and understand. Dude, a computer can do that shit. A computer can learn that shit in a day.
In a day.
Not even a day.
Yeah, they can learn it in seconds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to your point, absolutely.
I get it, Sauce. It's crazy.
That shit is scary, man.
Right. Because now, piggybacking off what you said, it's like, goddamn, like they have the whole database, right, of like the internet at their disposal to learn all these things and to be able to compute that data into making cognitive
Thoughts.
human decisions, thoughts
with no emotion, though.
with no emotion, right? And then I think that's
He
the first
gaming
step.
you up just emotionless.
Yeah, that's the first step, right?
Yo, but
It's
your
like
girl-
it's gonna
but
be
your girl-
Skynet,
but your girl-
Terminator,
but your girl
iRobot.
gamed up by a computer.
That's funny.
Yo, and he don't got not near emotion. He got her all in her feelings. He just cold-blooded with it.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. What were you gonna say, Mike?
No, I was just saying, like you were talking about all the machine
Hollywood movies, right?
Hollywood
Yeah.
movies are gonna, machines are gonna rise up and take over. You said what? Terminator, iRobot. You already said one dude turned it into a woman. You remember that Joaquin Phoenix movie? It was called Her. He was pretty much.
That's what you
He
said.
was pretty much dating a woman. I think all this stuff is just turning us antisocial, to be honest with you.
Dude, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just saying it's turning us like all technology is doing is just making you less antisocial to me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Let me throw this question out there.
Okay.
Why do you need a drive-through worker at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or
yeah,
a set
that's
place?
Why do you need a coder?
Because it does code. It depicts code.
Yeah,
Dude. And that's what got me is that like
It does it.
the human element. So if you're a businessman, right? And for whatever reason, like people are assets and liabilities at the same time. So if you can have something that's more efficient than a human, like I'm going to tap into this, right? So the point, let me read this to you. I asked Chat GPT this exact question. Write 10 programs that I would have done as an engineer at Twitter. Make it in the Scala language. So that's just Java, Scala, whatever. The first thing it said, a program to analyze and process large amounts of tweets data in real time using Scala streaming libraries, a program to implement a recommendation system for tweets using Scala's machine learning libraries, a program to implement a real-time sentiment analysis of tweets using Scala, blah, blah, blah. And the list, and it gave me 10, and it goes on and on. And if I ask it like more specific, it will spit out an entire program that I can compile and
Almost
execute.
cut and paste, right?
Absolutely. And my job is almost done at that point.
Jay, I saw this dude put in a complex math problem. Cut and paste, put it in, GPT, spit it out.
And I just heard Weezy say it is like doing college work for you. Yeah, it'll write essays, blog posts, computational math problems. Like it'll do the whole gambit, man.
And it to Weezy's point, it actually checks for plagiarism. There's another program that you can do to like scramble the
to make it seem more human.
Human, yeah.
As far as how
Because
things are
it
written.
delivers it in like bullet points and like numbers most of the time when you ask the questions.
Yes.
And then you can put it in another program. Again, Darcy put me on this shit. You can put it in another program and it makes it sound like you in essence.
So that goes to your emotions, right? So like it can even learn that to be like, hey, write this in a sense like if I was a black computer scientist in my 40s working at Slack, blah, 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 and kind of give it that flavor. It's like, all right, I got you. Urban. There you go.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, though? You know what's funny?
Here go your code, son.
Here go your code, son.
Here you go, fam.
Here you go, fam.
No, I tried to test it and not break it, but get perspectives that in conspiracy theories, right?
Yeah.
So I asked it, like, write me a essay or a blog of why Trump won the 2022 election. What do you think it did? 2020, thank you. No, it was
2020.
Was it 2020?
2020.
2016.
No,
he
it was
won.
2020. Yes, you're right. 2020. My
Trump
bad.
won 2016.
2020 election.
Wait, we said Trump won.
No, he won 2016.
2016.
No. So this is my point.
Oh, you
So-
throw it off.
Gotcha.
I tried
No,
to
he
throw
won
it off
2020,
and
I'm
say,
sorry. Oh,
you know how
got
people
it.
believe that
Yeah.
the
Yes.
voter
yes.
fraud is
Oh,
Yes,
got it.
yes.
fixed. Yep. And I asked it to say, yes, answer that question.
Yeah.
What do y'all think it said or did?
I found something.
Hey, you wrong. You're
Yeah.
incorrect.
It did. It
Trump
did say,
did not win.
yeah, absolutely. He did put that out there, which I thought maybe it would write an essay to give that point of view, but it shut it down and
Well,
said
so that could be the difference.
it
Because a
could be.
human, because so the fact that a robot cannot deal with emotions, right? Because people who are tied to that was emotionally tied to the fact that he lost.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's an emotional attachment rather than black and white. A computer really can only be black and white.
Right.
And maybe that could be the only thing that we have over them is because we can actually, it's the heart. They
Yeah.
can't.
The
they
human
can't,
element, yeah.
They can't.
That's where the soft skills come in.
Yeah.
The soft
heart,
skills.
Yeah, but the heart is what the computer can't recreate.
So you know
Got
when
it.
you say that, you remember, I'm pretty sure nobody else but you've seen this
Does
show.
everybody sound okay? Because I can't hear, but I want to make sure
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
You sound good.
Got it.
You remember Silicon Valley?
Yeah,
That's exactly what this is.
absolutely.
Yeah. So for those of you, a old HBO show, Silicon Valley, they did an AI, but they were doing compression. Compression enhanced the AI, and AI enhanced the compression, and they eventually had to shut it down
Because it was getting so smart.
because it was getting so smart, and it was pretty much fixing human errors without humans knowing. Like, so if I send a text and I sent 4 dots, it would
Instead of
change.
3.
There you go. Look at
There you
Damo. Yeah, there you go.
Do you know what that's called?
I have ellipsis.
Boom! Yeah, there you go. A lot of people don't know that.
Because I use them in my text messages all the time. And one of my coworkers, love her to death, man. She's like one of my favorite people. She thinks me using ellipsis, like even when I use Slack, I use
Yes.
ellipsis. She's like, that is the most condescending shit ever. And it's just me. I don't want to use a comma or a period. It's like it's a transition for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
But no, you're
I'm
absolutely
kind of
right.
smart on Saturdays. That's it.
There you go. Let's have a little fun with it, though. So this is where I'm taking it now. And Elon Musk. So at one point, or what he wants to do is, are y'all all familiar with the show Westworld?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Okay, so real quick, the premise of the show is that basically artificial intelligence mixed with, no, let me back up. It's really about playing on human emotions and living in a world where you can be whoever and whatever you want to be. So it's this whole world, the people in it are robots, surrogates. They're not real, right? But they have cognitive human thought.
Okay.
It pulls from a place of like, hey, this is Damo. If I had a game, because it's game based, if I was in a corporate space, you would be a character based on your life that you lived. I would be the human coming into this space, being like the CEO of the company.
I can have my way with all.
And
y'all.
I can have my way and do whatever I want.
Interesting.
So the whole premise is that people, when they have that kind of power, are irresponsible and are ugly at the end of the day. Not everybody, but a lot,
But
of people.
Yeah.
Elon Musk wants to kind of take that same concept for human life of just extending human life and being able to put it in real human tissue in real bodies through basically very advanced technology. That meaning you're about to pass, right? But before you pass, put your mind into this computer with all your human thought, and it really feels like you, and transfer it to a body that feel as real as it can get. Bleed everything, but your skeletal structure is still robotic at the end of the day. Would you sign up for that? Would any of y'all?
I
Sign
can't
up
remember
for
the name
that.
of the movie, but you literally described a movie off on Apple TV with my boy Mahershala Ali.
Oh, there's, yeah.
Literally just that, like, he's dying. He doesn't want his family to know. Clones himself. The clone replaces him. He's off, living off the rest of his life, but he's struggling with it because he's watching the clone do things with his wife, with his children.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yo, but
So
what
real
happens
simple.
when
Wait. Real simple. Would y'all sign up for that? Yes? No?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
No?
No.
I wouldn't.
I would.
I would sign up for a clone.
I would do it too.
A clone, but not like injected into somebody I didn't know. But I would.
So it's you.
No, stop.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
what if you didn't have the option of what your body was, and it was like, yo, you're gonna be. So you said no.
I'm gonna give it to
If it was like, yo,
Malcolm Wojciechowski.
Damo know he'd put his brain in somebody
That makes sense, though.
185.
That
That's
makes-
dope.
that makes sense, though.
Yeah,
That makes sense, though.
It's like carbon alter, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You come back, you might be Asian,
Yeah,
white.
there you go.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Malcolm Wojciechowski.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
That's what I'm gonna give it
You
to.
would- wouldn't do that?
It's literally
No, but yo,
Damien.
but-
but he's white.
Man,
He's
man,
white
but it's
now.
a belief. But see, I don't believe. But you know, I don't believe that it's your brain that makes you who you are. It's the soul of a person.
In your heart.
It's just the. It's just that thing. It's the soul. Like the brain, because the brain dies. The brain functioning dies.
The heart dies.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The brain dies, the heart dies, but they say the soul is what makes you who you are. It ain't the brain.
Or lack thereof.
It ain't the brain.
But the brain
I
does
still think the way
record
you-
and give you that cognitive emotion that you build.
I think the way you
Consciousness.
think is also the way you would
Yeah.
feel in certain situations. If
Absolutely.
I said that right.
The heart doesn't do that for you.
I don't know. It's that thing about how, like, when the drums go off, man, it affects us differently than other people. That's soul. That ain't the brain.
But your brain has to process
Your
that.
brain learns that.
Yeah, that's
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm with Damien.
There's just this belief that it ain't the brain that makes us who we are.
No, even the drum goes off, but
But that came from
But
somewhere.
then like if he's talking
Why you think they
about
call it
if-
soul music?
True. But like, yeah. So if Malcolm
Because that came from
Wojciechowski is a black dude and
That's funny.
a black dude in Idaho, he goes to Brazil, he hear them drums.
and that boy
So-
off beating
so-
motherfuckers.
But he's still feeling it
Yeah.
compared to he's having a different experience than the rest of his family.
But he's having a similar experience, right? Different, but
it's still new, but
Yes.
something's gonna click and be like, all right, this feels a little bit more natural to me than the rest of his family.
I don't disagree with that. I think that comes from ancestry and years of what you've been handed down from generations.
Yeah.
Like all the way back to Africa.
Like trauma's hand down.
But what I'm saying, so what Elon wants to do is take that, which comes from your brain to process those things,
Yeah.
and put it in another body. So your body is still, cognitively, you'll be like, yo, I'm still a black man, but I got a different body. Like you'll have that black soul, but it's a different body.
I just think the
shout out to Malcolm.
the soul.
I think seeing Cole
what makes us
in a white man's body.
Hey, sitting just like that. Hey, with a Skyland Rex shirt on.
Hey,
They be like, no, it's not Skyland. It's Hiawatha. It's Hiawatha.
but that ain't the but that ain't
That's
the
funny.
but see that's the difference between the way I feel about this and the way you guys feel about this. Y'all looking at everything in a tangible way. What makes me who I am inherently
Yes. Is a higher power.
It's an intangible thing.
I agree.
And it's separate from the brain, the heart. Like, dog. Matter of fact, when you talk about the heart, you're not talking about something that is tangible. Like we say, a person has heart. Like, to me, the way I see it, it's not like something that's like, it's just this thing that's inherently in you.
Perseverance.
Yeah, but it's something that's inherently in you. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with how your brain is functioning.
Okay.
But so who makes, like, and that's what I'm saying, and that's what Joe Rogan was saying. What makes us different from the computers is the fact that we have a soul. And how do you measure that? Because we don't really know what a soul is until we ultimately die and we figure out what ultimately happens at the end. Like, yeah, the brain and stuff like that, the brain functioning, those are things that we can see on a computer. Those are tangible things. But in terms of what really makes Courtney who Courtney is, dog, I just don't think that that's something that you can transfer into another human.
I don't disagree.
And taking my brain and putting it somewhere else, like, yeah, it may can still work, but would it still make that other body? Would it be a replica of who I am?
And I think the short answer is no.
And that's what I'm saying. So like you can't redo Malcolm. You can't redo Martin Luther King. You can't redo Tupac in another person's body. Because it's something inherently in them that made that person who they were.
Hey, they do.
I don't think you could
they
do
do
it.
the
either.
one
Regardless
thing-
if you take their brain or not, like it doesn't. I don't think you can recreate that.
What's the one thing they do on stage with the lights? What is
The
it?
holograms.
Yeah, they do holograms.
Okay, but that's still
And
based
it
off
make
of that
people
person.
feel a certain way.
They be like, I'm on Facebook Live with my damn what do they call them?
VR goggles
Yeah, the
or,
VR goggles
yeah.
watching this concert, and I'm live.
Now, so I do agree with you, Ko. I don't think you can replicate and have an exact identical. I don't think you could do that. But I do think there is an element there of like, I don't know. I do think you can just replicate and clone. There would be advanced technology to allow you replicate and clone people and to have that cognitive thought of like, this is me. Like, I don't think you would even realize it's not you. I think you would still think it's you, but it would be slightly different. I agree, but
Something that's not you.
it's still something that's not you. So you might feel it and be like, God, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Paul. Tell us how you feel out there, audience. Yeah, comment. What else should I say, Paul? This is new for us. Yeah. Just comment on this segment. Like, we want to know what you're thinking. All right. Yeah.
Mind
Let us
versus
know.
soul, but brain
Brain
versus
heart,
soul.
mind.
Don't complicate it.
That's just brain versus soul.
Brain
Yeah.
versus soul.
There you
Yeah,
go.
like what, like, you know, once tangible, we know what electrons fire off in the brain. We know what this side of the brain does opposed to this side, but we don't know what the soul does.
I wonder which side of my brain triggers when I see hot wings.
Oh man, the show ain't left, boy, because you don't turn it off. That boy, all right, brain. Give me
Come to the
40.
wing.
Give me 43. Chili cheese fries too.
Wings, smoked pork chops,
All flats.
spare ribs.
Yeah, it says spare ribs.
Nah,
Smoked pork chops.
that's crazy, man. I would sign up once though. I would just try it one time to see what it would be like to extend the life, and be like, dang.
So what if you saw a copy of yourself? How would you?
Oh,
feel?
I would flip out.
I would
fucking freak out.
I would flip out. But just to experience that would be dope. I think to see another James running out there, that'd be dope.
Hey, there's a lot of big-eyed black men out there.
He said big eye.
And they'd be like, I'd be walking around, they'd be like, man, you look like somebody I know.
Some kind of doppelganger out there.
He's like, you got a doppelganger.
That's funny. Man.
But to have somebody like finish my words or something like that, or like knew me like that,
Oh, that'd be nuts.
that would freak me out.
I would do like Michael Keaton in Multiplicity. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, you said it
I've
right.
been having one go to work. I have one deal with my wife. I be one here at the pod. I be in Costa Rica.
Oh shit!
Oh man, but hey, at the end of the day, AI is coming,
It is,
and it's
here.
like
It's
it's the
coming
new,
fast.
it's the
It's
new
coming
crypto. It feels like,
It's coming fast, man.
yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's what she said. Nice one, man. All right. Anything else on that, fellas, before we move?
Oh, nah, man.
No, we're good.
That was good. That was good. All right. Next one. Let's do this or that for Mike.
Let's do
Y'all
it.
got some questions? I want y'all to throw some out too.
Nah, I'm just.
All right, I'll start it off, and then y'all
Let's go
can
come.
chime in. All right. So,
Are these just one-word answers?
yes, it's
ye-
supposed to
it's
be.
yes or no.
This
Welcome
Okay.
to this or that, Mike.
podcast.
This is gonna be your first time, huh?
Yeah. So if it's wings and I say flats or drums, I don't give an explanation.
No explanation.
You
We
can
don't
if
need
you
no
want.
backstory.
Can, but like,
Briefly.
And you can pass.
briefly. Oh, and I
Absolutely.
can pass.
You can
Got
pass.
it.
All right, first one. Katie or Steph?
You making it hard, man.
All off the jump already. Steph.
okay.
Eagles or Kansas City? Or I'm sorry, Eagles or Chief or Philadelphia, Kansas City? Who you got?
Chiefs.
Celtics or Nets?
Nets.
San Diego or Rio de Janeiro?
That's fucking tough. Rio.
What? How is that? Anyway,
King Disease 1 or 3?
First one.
Kevin Hart or Eddie Murphy?
Eddie.
Travel to the future or go back to the past?
Future.
Jump out of an airplane or cage diving with great white sharks?
Sharks.
All right.
I gratin or mashed potato.
Both. Au gratin mashed potatoes.
Au gratin mashed
potatoes.
Nice, Cole. That was a good one. Abbott Elementary or Blackish?
Oh, that's tough. Give me Abbott.
All right. You got one real quick?
Lawrence and Larimer or Be a Good Person?
L&L.
Okay.
There we go. Thanks for playing, man.
Podcast.
That was it.
That was it, bro.
That was easy,
I
man.
got
You know
you.
what I'm saying? I be seeing y'all up here deliberating and
Deliberating.
Yeah.
thinking.
Giving backstories. You're not
Yeah,
even supposed
yeah.
to give context, but dang,
Well,
was-
I like flats because, you know, they fit better in my fingers or something like that.
That's funny. So, hey,
That is.
That boy be doing flats like they be doing them poker chips. You know they do the poker chips.
I was going to say this. He be sliding them back.
hey,
Go. He puts it on it. He puts it on it, and he's like,
hey, I want the camera.
he take a bite, and then it go right back to
I
the
want the
last
camera to
finger.
zoom in on both of y'all because y'all got them little Burger King hands. Both of y'all do. Hey, you're 6'5" and your hands are like somebody that's 5'9", and you wear like a size 3 ring.
Courtney said.
They got those baby hands.
Yeah, they got them Burger King hands. You know, the dude that grabs a Whopper and it's all small and shit.
That dude Courtney said you hold a roll of
No.
quarters the same way you hold a 6.5 dozen wings.
That was good. Hey, y'all just mad because y'all can't eat wings like me.
That's funny. That's funny.
Man, Courtney said take that one from the bottom.
Hey, I got a question for y'all.
You know what's up?
What's up?
This wasn't in the doc, but it's like kind of on the spot. And it came from an experiences that I've had over the years. What's the nastiest place, like dirty, filthy, like germs? I'm not a germaphobe.
Okay.
What's the nastiest place that you go on like a daily basis? Not even daily, but like on a consistent basis.
The nastiest place.
Nastiest place.
I don't go no nasty places.
Yeah,
though.
No, you
Not
do.
now.
You do. You just don't. You just not thinking about it.
Are you just talking about like just clean, sanitary?
Like you're
Just
just
like
saying where there's a
nasty.
lot of germs
So
in a place.
I'm going to give you an example.
Yeah, that was
I'll kick it off.
Okay.
Airport restrooms. How many times
is nasty.
have you seen somebody walk out the restroom
Not wash their hands.
and not wash their hands?
Oh, that's all the time.
That's all the time.
Nasty,
nasty.
motherfuckers.
I hate
just
that.
nasty. When I went to Target to look for the SD card, went to the restroom. This dude's over here humming, taking a piss. Old black dude. I'm like, what dude? What are you humming? Like, just use the bathroom, get out. Oh, he got out. That boy didn't even look.
Was he
at
that
the-
loud or was you that close?
No, he was that loud. That was good. Yeah, that was good.
Have a good day, Big Damien. Tap you on the
Yeah. Hey, but it's not awkward to be close in the men's bathroom, so whatever.
Got it.
And that dude's humming his hums and beelines right out the bathroom. And I'm like, this place is freaking nasty.
That's nasty.
Are they
as hell.
shooting
That sounds like.
fireworks?
Oh, got it. We almost started ducking
Yeah,
in
for
here.
real. All this glass.
I was about
We
to
are
get
on
down.
Kofax.
For real.
Nah, that's a nasty place. The bathroom.
The airport bathrooms
Yeah.
and
Airport
public.
bathroom.
I would say like the Pepsi Center because I was.
There you go.
Can I ask
I
you,
was
man?
there.
Do you go? It seems like every time you make a stop somewhere, you got to go to the bathroom, or your jokes is always about the bathroom.
Me?
Yeah. Like you talked about your story, like you had
No,
the
that,
shit.
no, that was on the airplane. That was real shit.
I
That
know,
was,
but I mean, like you always got a shit in your stories,
but I didn't.
or
shit.
you started out
Yeah.
shitting.
I didn't. Sh-
or
like, I
taking
didn't
a
shit
piss.
today. I took a piss.
No, I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
we
lot of
don't-
your
we don't
jokes
need to
are.
know the specifics.
No, I was
go
just
there.
thinking. I was in the bathroom. I was like, this shit is nasty.
No, that is nasty, man.
Yeah, probably
That is.
just public restrooms.
I thought you
in
was, man,
general.
but at first I thought you was gonna ask, where's the nastiest place what's the nastiest place you ever eaten or something?
We can go there next.
Or
Let's
you
go
got,
there
or
next.
you got some or something.
Man,
like
by
that.
far Madeira.
No, wait. Finish the question.
Madeira's is the nastiest place I've ever eaten in my life.
It is, but we used to go there faithfully and still eat.
Madeira used to have fly traps hanging off the them strange fly traps.
Shout out to
hanging off the
Madeiras back in the
ceiling,
day.
man.
Yeah.
Flies used to be flying around that place was nasty.
Best
Flies
burgers
used to be flying around.
on the planet at the time.
Get you a field house, boy, but that place was filthy.
Yeah, you was in there dodging. Yeah, fly traps.
Didn't they have chili cheese fries
Chili
too?
cheese.
Chili
fries.
cheese fries to kill for. When you was young, you didn't care. You just eat anything.
Yeah.
So you would just go up in there with $4, get some chili cheese fries and a burger,
That
and
was
then
it.
get on out.
Yeah.
Where was that?
You sure there ain't gunshots, man?
No,
Should've.
man, they still going, man.
This
Yeah.
or that question should have been Madeiras or Chow's.
Chow's, by
Ooh.
far, second to none. No question.
Just like
Well,
that.
of course, 'cause he like wings, man.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just,
No,
don't
but I
know.
like fried rice. I like Chinese food, too.
And the food at
Okay.
Chow's
You
is
do?
insane.
So then, no, even deeper, not to go off on a rabbit hole, Chow's or Capri's.
Yeah. Capri was better than Chow's.
Capri's. Come on, man. Not even close.
There we go. It's like,
Capri's.
Capri's
All
better
day.
than Chow's.
but like, so do you have a nastier place than an airport bathroom?
I think you took the cake. Let me see.
maybe like a
A
park.
nastier place.
A park.
So you just got me thinking of people not washing their hands, and shout out to my gym.
I would
but,
see like a
I seen
like
people
a
go in there
beach-
and not-
like a beach public
Yeah.
bathroom. That's the only
like I don't
thing
even
can
give
think
people
of.
dap no more because I don't see them wash their hands, so it's always a fist
Oh,
pump.
yeah.
Because I just don't know.
Yeah,
Like I do I judge you.
yeah.
Like moving forward, like if I don't see you wash your hands, like I'm like, you a nasty motherfucker, man. Get away from me.
Man.
No, this is it. Like we done, yo.
Can I give another example?
Yeah.
I think I sent this to you on Instagram, Wheezy. Somebody was making some food. It's this dude named Christian Johnson. I said,
Oh, no, you sent it to me. Yeah,
and, this lady was cooking like this casserole or whatnot, and her dog was eating out her hand.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, they threw it back.
and
to the
then
pot.
yeah, and then she has the same hand to put. Like that is nasty.
He said, got my stomach bubbling.
He got my stomach bubbling. That dude is hilarious. Man.
Oh, I know what
Yeah.
dude you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
That dude is hilarious, man.
He be like
Got
looking out the window.
yeah,
type
yeah,
thing.
yeah, with his glasses on.
Yeah. All right, y'all. What else is on the docket? We got. I don't think we finished our debate when it comes to entrepreneurship and what was it? No, is entrepreneurship going to eliminate higher education? How do y'all feel about that? Because when we had, shout out to Antoine Jefferson, we had him on the show last week, and not a provocative question, but we were asking him about higher education and the success of higher education. And y'all, we had some different opinions up here. So for me, I don't think it's going to be eliminated. Like, I don't think entrepreneurship is going to succumb education as the path to success. Like, I think it can happen, but I just think education is going to happen prior to, you have to have education for a lot of people in order to be a successful entrepreneur. Like in most cases, you have to do that. I think there's a select few that, and those that have opportunities, a la Zuckerberg, Gates, the list goes on and on of jobs, all those kind of people that did not have to finish school or go to school in order to make their money. But I think for the most part, a lot of people have to go through that process in order to be successful.
But that's the thing that Antoine was talking about. Like, we're talking about formal education. Like, education, to his point, he said, education shouldn't be formal. Formal education, like me having to get this piece of paper to validate what I know when we're supposed to be getting shit. Life is education. We're supposed to be learning every day. You know what I mean? And why, like I said, like, why can't I get up under Damo and gain certain skills? Like, hey, like, but you're coaching, right? Like coaching, learning how to program, learning how to train people. Like, why does it's so, but we're so married to formal education because it's ingrained in the system.
And I said formal education in specialized fields.
Yeah.
So, for example, Wheezy's profession.
To be a doctor, yeah, you need to be trained.
Yeah.
You need a formal education to be a doctor.
Do you agree or disagree?
This is Weezy's thoughts.
Because anybody can learn anything. I think
No, I agree. But
And that's what I
You
said.
think anybody
That's what I
can
said.
learn
we agree with
anything.
that.
there's going to be a change.
Yes, there's going to be a change.
The cost of education is going to go up because more and more people are going to realize they don't need it because they can learn anything they
Cost
want.
of education is going to go up because people are going to realize.
So you think there's going to be more scarce? So you think less people are going to go to higher
But-
education
Dude.
in order to be successful?
Millionaires off of being YouTube.
But you miss out on the college experience, man.
It's
Yeah,
The
that's
college
what I'm talking
experience
about.
is dope.
It's going to be the old school way of thinking.
It is. It's going to be old school way of
And the
thinking, but, like,
networking.
Jay, just
That's part of that.
Real quick. Damn, I lost my. It was about. It's about what he said.
It's like go to school, get a great education, get a good job.
Right.
Now people are learning like you don't
need to go to school.
get in debt to get a good job. So the debt thing is what's pushing people away from education.
The debt is
I
pushing people away from
100%
education.
agree with that point.
And that's what Antoine was saying.
Debt, they're not making that much money.
Yes.
They're seeing the next person next to them that didn't go to school making millions of dollars.
Just because you go to school doesn't mean you're going to make a lot of money, is what Weezy's saying. Enough money to pay off that debt. So you're paying the debt for, like 25 years, whatever. What I was going to say, Antoine was talking about how school, like higher education, there's going to be universities that close down.
Because less people are going to be going
Less
to school.
people are going to go. Affordability, to Weezy's point, is
Is
going to
going up.
skyrocket.
Continues to go
Yeah,
up.
and people are going to be like, I don't have that kind of money, so I'm not going. I'm going to learn a different way.
Nah, I agree.
Everybody's
I agree.
in cahoots to make some
This
bread.
podcast.
Yeah.
And I just don't like the fact that a job uses a formal education as a way to enter into the position, regardless if you know the material or not.
So, did you need a formal education for your job?
Yes, I did, and that's what I'm saying.
Do you use it every day?
Not really. You know what I mean? It's decision making and basically common sense.
Well, all a degree is just
But
letting
like
you-
being a computer, like I said, like why do you need like if I work under a guy who is proven to be a great computer programmer, why do I need to have a formal education, man, in order to be a computer programmer?
Got it.
I hear you.
If-
But I
if-
think
if James
but I
is
think the
teaching his
scenario,
kids-
so let's be
if James,
yes.
if James
okay,
is
if
teaching
you're
his
talking
kids
about
how
kids.
to program
Yes.
from age 7 all the way until they're grown, like 18, 19 years old, they know how to fucking program.
That's true, but it's like
Ish.
you can't On the surface, yes, you're right. Like a person, just like it happens with sports, right? Like that's how those people become. That's how people become professionals because they've been doing it so long since they were young. That's for any kind of trade. I think the problem is that one, like how do you put that and structure that on a resume and sell it like that?
No, because it's formal. Because you're stuck on the formal traditional way of doing things. Because you as a programmer that's actually doing the job, you can teach your kid not only the fundamentals of
But it's
of
one perspective.
Hear me out. You can teach your kid the fundamentals of being a programmer along with the nuances. And the problem is we get a lot of kids coming out of school who don't know the nuances to a position.
That is true.
And that's the part that college don't teach you. Like for example, you got people who come out with MSWs, right? And then
Masters of Social Work.
And then they get into social work, right? And then they see like, damn, this shit ain't like the textbook. Like I'm dealing with a real hood motherfucker.
Is that
And I have
that's
to
in
be
any field.
nuanced, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, no,
as an
I
example.
think that's great.
And I have to be nuanced in my approach. It ain't, the teacher didn't prepare me to handle this situation. This is beyond what I learned in my master's thesis. You know what I mean? Because this motherfucker is super hood.
So
You know what I mean? So my degree ain't helping me. My people skills is what's gonna help me, right?
Right.
And that's the part about it that I think that the generation now is starting to learn. Like little Brent. Like, dude, like, why should Brent need a business degree when he's being raised in a business?
But there are still fundamental things that you can learn that are in textbook and through study.
I get that. I get that. He can get that. He can still get that. But there's nuances of running. There's nuances in hardship, lived experience that he's watching right smack in front of his face.
Right.
And we're talking about the owners of Lawrence and Laramie.
Yeah. We're talking the owners. We're talking.
Wave.
So one thing. So let me go. I do not disagree with anything you said. I think the other side of that is, one, yes, there are nuances, but there's also core. I'm sure there's core fundamentals that you learn within your schooling that you can apply. Now, I'm not going to say when you come across the most difficult case or kid, like you can't teach that. That's only through experiences and those small nuances. But there is things in those textbooks that people have learned over the years of doing the job prior to that you can apply. And sometimes it doesn't.
But if anybody teaches you anything, they're going to teach the fundamentals first.
But the structure is that's what college, for the most part, is supposed to be set up for, is to teach you that.
To be.
Man, college teaches.
But no. I'm
going
to talk about engineering. Let me finish because I'll let you go. For engineering, that's exactly what it does. So while I agree that you should give opportunities to those that go to a boot camp touring school, there are certain things that they don't have the time to learn because they have been fast-tracked.
And it's accelerated.
And it's stuff that they tend to struggle with when they come in. So when we're speaking a certain language and we're talking about these algorithms that weren't taught, then it's like, all right, you got to sink or swim at that point, right? Well, and that's just jobs, period. But what I'm saying is that sometimes you do need that structure because everybody is not built like that. And then two, if my kids decide to go work at Spotify or something like that, and it's like, well, my dad taught me how to program, it's just hard to fit on a resume to say, yo, I don't have these things, when you have people that think and went to those institutions of like, well, you didn't go through the formal training.
I'm not an engineer.
And things like that.
I'm not an engineer, but I think I'm pretty safe to say
Which is like the networking.
I'm pretty safe to say that, yes, in engineering, there's core principles that every engineer should know.
But
however, hear me out. But
wait, let me, before you go there,
however,
because there's other ones, like if you go into marketing, it's the same thing.
But it doesn't stay stagnant. That's what I'm getting at. You have fundamentals. It doesn't stay stagnant. It evolves. So all the language and jargon that you're using now, I think I'm pretty safe to say when you were 21, 23 years old learning engineering, that's antiquated.
It still applies today.
The fundamentals do. But
yes.
but some of that shit is antiquated because we got different technology. You're doing different shit. So if you're
that's the problem.
If I'm
though.
learning from Paul, who's currently doing it and who is staying on top of the trends, and I'm working up under him, he could teach me the fundamentals, he could teach me the nuances, and he could teach me the new wave of whatever is happening with whatever industry you're working in. Engineering is not the same in 2002 as it is in 2023. So of course, you probably do have kids who are going through engineering school who comes to your job and still don't understand the jargon.
So that's the
talking.
applying of it.
But y'all training them on the job once y'all hire them.
Can I go now? So when you do that, it's like languages change. So to your point, there's different languages to apply the fundamentals that you speak of.
But y'all don't train at your job now?
What's that?
When new workers come, y'all are not continuously
No, we do
them?
not train them on how to use the languages they learn, but we're not training them to use those languages. We expect them to have the fundamentals.
Yeah.
You can learn any language.
Yeah.
But you're just not going to go out there and learn
But
depth
the fundamentals
first,
don't change.
depth
though.
first search, breadth first search a binary tree. What is this data structure?
But the fundamentals
Those
don't change.
things haven't
do they?
changed.
Boy,
So why are
start
they called
spitting.
fundamentals?
But that's what I'm trying to say to your point is that sometimes when you go to these accelerated boot camps, those fundamentals you're talking about, and if I'm teaching my kids, of course, I might put them through that. Again, the problem is if they want to work at Slack, it might be easier to say, hey, these are my kids because they know Jay's reputation. at Spotify, Microsoft, they might not know that. That's just all I'm saying. And this is a shot in the dark. It would never happen. But the thing is that, okay, your parents taught you this and that. Like, so I'm going to go with the guy that has 4 years of education, credited, or I'm going to go with somebody that said their parents taught them when they were 6.
All I'm saying is this. I'm not talking about accelerated programs. I'm just saying we're so ingrained in a system to where a piece of paper qualifies you, as opposed to you knowing the information. And when you ask me, if you're talking fundamentals, fundamentals don't change. If I'm talking about sports, there's a fundamentals in terms of how you dribble a basketball. It's fundamentals in terms of how you backpedal as a defensive back. I don't care if you do it in 1991 all the way to 2023. There's a certain fundamental to backpedaling that has never changed. Now I can tweak it and make little changes to keep up with the times.
To apply it.
To keep up with the times.
Yeah, to apply it.
And to keep up the nuances, but the fundamentals never change. So when you say fundamentals, I would hope that if I'm working under you as a mentor in terms of learning a certain skill, you would teach me the fundamentals of what I'm doing. And then as I'm going up under you, then you can teach me the nuances to the job. Because every kid that comes out of a 4-year college that goes into a job, they know the fundamentals, but they don't, but then they learn your jobs. They should know. That's why you hire them.
I'll argue with that part right there.
So why do you hire them if you don't have at least the if they don't have the
That's the idea.
baseline, if they don't have the least baseline fundamentals, why are you hiring them?
That's the idea.
That's the idea of it.
It doesn't always
Okay,
happen.
but they got the paper though.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, man. We back in the same place.
One quick thing. Maybe that's the difference between being a worker and an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, you can take the things that you've learned your own way, apply them in your own system, and you can take the skills that you learned in an institution and then become part of a built culture.
Absolutely.
Built business. You can be a worker or you can be an entrepreneur. Take the things that you learned on your own.
You could be a worker or an entrepreneur.
Or an entrepreneur.
I think that kind of comes full circle.
Go ahead, Weezy.
I personally feel like education was like created to create separation.
Education creates separation.
Right, so that
The education
yeah, so then you don't have as much competitiveness, right? So if everyone has the ability to learn,
Gotcha.
right, but yet if you put this piece of paper in front of them, then only so many people are going to get that piece of paper. So then you have only so much competition.
I'm with you. No, it does.
Because
It does.
as you keep going up every level, there's less and less.
Separation. So like for me to get a doctorate degree, it's like, okay, if I have a doctorate degree, then I don't have to compete with so many people because I have this piece of paper.
As you go further.
As I go further in life.
Right.
But if we didn't have this education system and then people learned under the people that brought them up, then everyone would be competing for the same job.
like
There's
a
not
socialist society.
Exactly. So it creates separation. I think that's the only purpose of education. But to your point, can't everybody backpedal either?
Yeah.
And you're talking about just the current educational system.
System like you have people that people that start companies and build wealth and they don't have any education, and people are like, how does that happen?
Well,
Right?
Yeah, but and you're right, it does happen. But y'all act like that kind of success just happens like with.
It does happen. I don't believe that. I believe it
overnight,
still
but I'm
takes
just
the
saying
same
that
kind of work.
Out of 10 people, like to 100, like to go do and create a successful business, they're probably less than 10%.
Right.
To like actually create.
But I feel like the system has been built like that on purpose because in our subconscious we've been taught to believe that unless you have this, you can't have that.
And that's what I'm saying.
And those people that don't understand that don't try to achieve more because like, oh, I don't have that. How can I get there?
Right.
In life, in your journey in life is education. You're learning on a daily basis. So it's not about education not being important. It's me having to validate myself by this piece of paper in order to get myself in a certain position.
So I guess
when I can learn that from a person who is actually doing and applying everything that you're asking me to do and they taught it to them.
Go ahead, Mike.
So let's say you're not. So let's say you're not in the field that you got your piece of paper in.
Mm-hmm.
How many times is that? Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So how many people are asking you, "Hey, Damo, what'd you get your piece of paper in?"
None.
Hey, Damo, what about your last two on your resume? Explain to me your last 2 job experiences. That's what you're doing though, right?
Sure.
But I'm saying, like, for people like us, because I'm in Salesforce. Applied math has nothing to do with that. But what I'm saying is, when you get to a certain age, I guess, or I don't know, that piece of paper really doesn't matter at a certain.
Nothing.
It means nothing. So then that's
It means nothing but something.
It means you can stay dedicated for 4 years to something.
Or in my case, longer.
Right.
But to your point, that it means, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Wheezy, go.
What I would like to say to that part is that I like to think about that like an athlete, right? An athlete that goes to the league has this supernatural talent that gets them to the league to be superior, right?
Right.
Whereas there's some people, like when it comes to or smarts, some people have to be taught how to think critically. So when you go to college, that's why you can get further, you could get into a business or get into a field that you didn't even get your degree in, because the real essence of education is to teach you how to be a better thinker. Everything else is just busy work.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all your assignments, all that stupid shit that you do in school is just busy work to help you be a better thinker and solve problems.
But I agree with that for sure.
It doesn't have to be math.
Yeah.
It has to just be anything. Like, okay, so you write this long ad, you have to research this topic, and then you got to talk about it, because you have to think about it, you got to break it down, and you got to be able to explain it, articulate it, and sell that story.
Absolutely.
So that's the essence of the education. Is for those of us that aren't athletes, like mentally, we have to go to college to learn how to think so that we could be successful.
So
It has nothing to do with specializing, unless, let's say, if you want to be a brain surgeon, can't everyone just be a brain surgeon, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So you have to do that, obviously, and for the most part, most degrees are just to teach you how to be a better thinker.
I agree with you 100%, Wheezy, and it's because everybody's not gonna be able to hear the audio, but you bring up a ton of great points.
We got you.
Yeah, Paul, thank you. The one thing that it teaches you to be a critical thinker, and it teaches you to learn at an advanced level. What I think, though, is now with all the resources that are available now versus when I got my master's in 2012. So 11 years ago, shit's changed so much.
Absolutely. I'm not saying it hasn't.
No, and I'm not saying you did.
What you say? Chat GPT.
Everything's on
Yeah.
Chat GPT.
I wish I could have put some questions in Chat GPT when I was in my master's program
No,
instead
you
of
don't.
doing busy work.
No.
No, I wish, but like critical thinking is going to come different because you have to ask the right questions to get the outcomes that you desire. Like from when you're talking to AI.
But I know, but I know Jay reads a lot, right? But Jay reads a lot, and
Jay who?
you,
Oh, yeah. My bad. My bad.
man, a lot of people
said Jay
Yeah,
who.
yeah. See, then when I say,
My stage
it's
name.
Jay.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank
What
you.
is that? Who's that peon?
It would stop you in a minute. He'd be like,
Well, he didn't look me in my eye. He's like,
Hey,
Jay,
Courtney, he's like, who's that peon named Jay? Oh, me?
who's this peasant?
Excuse me.
yeah,
I am not a peasant.
but Jay is a reader. You know what I mean? And a lot of people tell you like, yo, I gained a lot of my critical thinking skills from reading. So I think it just depends on the person. You know what I mean? And kind of what your drive is and kind of what your motivation is and kind of what your will is to learn. Because I can go to college and yeah, they can open me up, but they're going to open you up to all of these different books and different ways of thinking and have you take religions of the world when you're a freshman. You're like, dude, not interested. Like that whole first 2 years of college is stuff that you're not interested in. The only time college gets fun on the education side is when you start getting into your junior and senior year.
Because
you're
you're
starting to work
specialized.
towards your specialization, right?
Yep.
But then all these front end classes that you got to take, you're like, dude,
I don't need
I have
those.
no interest in this, right? But
But that helps you find what you want to do.
no, but I'm saying, but you have some people who pick up books and they read and they become critical thinkers.
Got it.
Because they're doing what college does. Like college is the ones that put you on all these books. College is the ones that makes you go over there and research this. But then you have people
I
who are
disagree
true
with that.
Yeah, I do
learners who
too.
go do it on them, who go do it on their own.
Well, bringing it back to the original point versus education versus entrepreneurship.
Yes.
You could go through experiences. You could be. Look at all these layoffs right now. You could have been the best worker, blah blah blah. You could have done everything right. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to one spot, similar to me, go to one spot, do everything right. Hey, we gotta let you go. Same thing. And then and then you just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't wanna work for nobody else.
Because
and then that path,
I don't have security.
I don't have security.
Yep.
Why not do it myself? So I'm saying you're still going to have these higher education.
That's a really good point.
You're still going to have these higher education places regardless. And then, like I said, you could be at a company 20 years or however long, and it just be like, you know what? I don't want to start over for somebody else. I'm gonna do this shit myself.
Hey, home run.
Podcast.
That's a home
1,000.
run.
Yep. And I'll leave it there, man. Is it anything else?
No.
This is great. A little bit of fun, a little bit of education, a little bit of critical dialogue. I'm for it.
All right, man. Next thing, real quick, 90 seconds. I'm gonna do like my man Joe Budden do. Co know how this goes. 90 seconds. Super Bowl picks and why. We're gonna start with Uncle Damo. Who you got?
Oh, fuck.
You got to throw your.
Kansas City, San Francisco.
Got it. Okay. Who you got winning?
Got to go on my squad.
You think Purdy can do it? Isn't that his name?
Brock Purdy.
Can I tell a little story behind it or no?
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. So really quick, the odds are against him. I want to tell
went
you
to the
why.
bathroom.
No, just real
and
quick.
this dude told
real
me.
quick.
All right.
I went to the public
he's
bathroom
won-
in the Candlestick Park one
Yeah.
time.
No, so Brock Purdy has
I
won.
got Candlestick.
If he wins,
Man, what we talking about?
stop.
That is. I got Candlestick is gonna be the name of this show. I got Candlestick. Go ahead.
Oh God, that is terrible. So the odds are against the 49ers right now. And let me tell you why. Number one,
rookie quarterback.
rookie quarterback. There's only been one or three rookie quarterbacks that have went 5-0.
Okay.
They've won 10 straight games. The 49ers have. So this would be 11. And the odds start going that they beat Seattle twice this year.
Okay.
Beat them a
come
third
on
time.
now.
Like, dude,
Seattle's not that good.
Seattle's.
They
yeah,
decent. They decent.
They're decent. They should win, but the odds are against them right now.
Got it.
So
Okay.
That's why I would love to see the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Be a man of your convictions. Would you bet?
To the Super Bowl?
If they make it, would you bet on the San Francisco
100%.
49ers? Really?
100%.
Okay.
Who you got?
Wouldn't
Jay?
even think twice.
I got Philadelphia and Kansas City.
That's not a bad. That's
And
not
then
a
I
bad
got
selection.
I think I got Philadelphia winning it
That's
just because
not
they
bad.
got a better defense than Kansas City, and I think they'll give Mahomes that game. I think he'll have some problems.
That's not a bad bit.
That's who I
not
got.
bad, dude.
Who you got, Cole? Oh, Chef Cole
Come on,
cooking
man.
up.
I got San Fran and
Oh shit.
I got San Fran and from the AFC.
Come on, man.
I want to say Baltimore. I would say Baltimore if
Lamar-
was.
was
So
playing.
since Lamar is not playing, he's not really healthy. I'm gonna say Kansas City.
You got Kansas City.
What
too?
about the Bills though? Nobody's talking about the Bills.
that? Is man, we leaving the Bills out. They look strong,
They
man.
do. Like to me,
That's who I
I'm
got.
taking mine back. I'm going 49ers Bills.
No, you don't get to do that.
No, I'm going 49ers
It's not your turn.
Bills.
It's not your turn.
We'll go
Sorry.
back to you.
It's
All
not.
right,
No,
see,
we're
so
not
that's what I'm
going
saying.
back to you.
So that's what
It's
I'm
not
saying.
your turn.
It's going downhill.
He's coming alive.
Mm-hmm.
I got Bills, 49ers.
Bills 49ers? Who's
Yep.
going to win?
Bills.
Bills.
You got the Bills?
Not even because all this DeMar Hamlin stuff.
No.
I just think the Bills are the better team.
I think that's why they'll
Shout
win.
out to DeMar
Yeah.
Hamlin.
I think that's well. I mean, it sounds
It's some
funny,
Cinderella
but
shit, right?
It is, but I think I just see them beating the Chiefs this time in Arrowhead. Oh, and no, that's why. Because if the Bills play the Chiefs, it's at a neutral location.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
no.
It's not.
No.
No.
It's in
So the
it's
way
in
that
Arrowhead.
the way it played out, yes, it's
It's
going to
in
be at
Arrowhead.
Oh, I
Arrowhead.
thought it was
because
at-
the
I
Chiefs have the number 1 seed in the AFC.
I thought if Bills played the Chiefs, it was at a.
They were
neutral-
talking about that, and they were talking about at the Mercedes-Benz.
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so with
that's
the-
what I heard.
That's what I heard today.
Really?
That's what
Also,
I heard
that's
today.
not off the table.
That's what I heard today.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I love my Niners. Bills might have some Cinderella. This is my second thing. It will be Bills, 49ers, Bills win.
That's what I got. Yeah.
Man, y'all forcing me. I might go Bills,
Yeah.
Eagles, Bills go.
There you go. You
I
can have
got
2
it.
picks.
I got
That's
that.
fine.
I got that.
If
All right,
it's-
cool.
If it wasn't at a neutral site, I was gonna go Chiefs tonight.
And at the time of this recording, DeMar Hamlin is at home doing good. So
Crazy.
that's
Crazy
awesome.
good.
That's awesome. Last one I'll touch. So we
Nuggets.
did the Nuggets have a chance to win the NBA championship, man?
I'm stepping out of this conversation.
No, I think they
Well,
do.
The short answer is yes.
Short
Yes.
answer.
They need to do some shit before the trade deadline.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, and they're good.
Do you have a person they should go after?
I
Haters, man.
I would love to see if they could pull Bol back,
No.
but it's not gonna happen.
He's not. Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
I would. I think we need somebody off the bench.
Oh,
I
okay.
would, like, because starting
Yeah.
5, we're legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love somebody who could score off the bench,
Who?
off that wing. Jordan Clarkson.
Okay. All right.
Jordan Clarkson, not bad.
That's not
That'd
bad.
be not- I like that. I would love to have him coming off the bench.
A two or a three. Somebody
A 2 or
like
3?
somebody like him.
Got him.
And this is assuming the Nuggets stay healthy with their
No.
big 3.
They got a big.
Yes.
I don't.
They have
wanna
to
call,
keep their
I
3.
don't want to keep them calling big 3, but
That-
they got.
but that's
they
what
got-
it is.
They got a good. Who?
See?
Oh, with MPJ.
Yeah.
MPJ, Murray,
Murray and
Jokic.
Jokic. Like,
I don't know.
come on, man.
Who you got?
They got.
Jimmy Butler.
They got a big 2.
You said Jimmy
I would
Butler?
love Jimmy Butler
Whoa,
to be here.
like
That's
that is a locker room either.
that's a pie in the sky, though. Is that really?
Yeah. That,
Give up Highlands and Porter.
What you
They not-
give away Porter?
Yeah, man.
No,
Porter's a
hell
joke. Let me
no.
see- I'm
for
gonna
Jimmy,
say
I would do that.
No.
What do you
But
think, Cole?
for
No,
Jimmy-
what do you think,
No,
man?
For Jimmy, I would do that.
You're not gonna get into
I'm
it
not getting this one.
For Jimmy, I would do that, but that's not gonna happen.
because you'll probably bring LeBron into it. So
Yeah, he wants
I'm not
trade.
getting this
Yeah, yeah. Bones Highland and Michael Porter Jr. for Brian. That's what Courtney want.
We're not gonna talk about it now, but once my guy breaks the scoring record, there's gonna be a debate to be had about the GOAT. You gotta respect that.
Assist and scoring?
Gotta respect it.
He's not breaking.
I don't know the
You
English
gotta
breaking the assist
respect it.
He's not breaking the
king.
assist record?
record. Ain't nobody breaking that assist record.
He can break both of them in this year.
He can be number 1 in assists and scoring this year. This is why I'm talking
I
to
don't
That's
know
what they
about
just
that.
said. They were just talking about it on all the smoke.
He'll be top 5 in
He
assists.
just passed Magic.
Top 5 in assists, top 10 in rebounds,
Magic's
maybe.
Magic's not number 1.
I know Magic's not number
Top in
one.
points.
I know that.
So you talking about breaking?
I just-
he's gonna break
It's getting
third.
spicy. All right.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn
He's
it
gonna break third place.
Yeah.
off. Turn it off.
And you never stumble upon the unexpected if you stick to the familiar. So go out there and share some love and
Buy some merch.
buy some
Buy some
merch.
merch.